Nobody wants to be miserable. Everybody wants to be happy. I could go on. Let me round up this argument with one last point in this context, that is our desire to live. Nobody wishes to die. Somebody is really old. He's been admitted in the hospital. He is in really bad shape. His leg is hanging from the roof. He cannot visit the restroom. There is a bedpan there. He cannot eat. There's a tube going into his mouth. That person also says, "Doctor, I hope I will not die. I hope you'll save me." So this urge to live is natural to all of us. It's natural to all living beings. A cat is such a peaceful creature. Try cornering a cat. When it experiences a danger to its life, it will not care for your size. It will pounce on your throat. It values its life as much as all of us do. Why is this urge to live natural to the soul? The science of spirituality teaches us that God is eternal. He is immortal, without beginning and without end. Never was there a time when God did not exist. Never will there be a time when He will cease to exist. Because we are tiny parts of the immortal, eternal God, we too have this desire for immortality. And in fact, the soul is eternal. But under this illusion, under this misconception that we are the body, we are repeatedly experiencing the phenomenon of death, which is going against the nature of the soul. Hence, this revulsion for death and love for life. So, these two assumptions of spirituality answer such vast amounts of knowledge. Further, the science of spirituality says that you don't have to keep on making assumptions. We also respect the scientific process. We also respect logical thinking. What is the reason why that the respect for logic and its laws is universal? Because this logic stems from the rationality of God. And that is why we all naturally understand something to be logical and something to be illogical. So spirituality does not say that you just keep making illogical, irrational assumptions all the way. Just like science made some basic assumptions and then moved ahead in a rational manner, spirituality does the same. It says, now follow the scientific process. We will tell you, you do this, and you will start experiencing the purification of your mind. All those things about mind management and positive thinking that you desired and you endeavored for through those multiple self-help books that are in such multitudes in the market, but you could never implement them practically. You follow the laws of spirituality and you will start experiencing that purification from lust, anger, greed, envy, hatred. Those things that are propounded will come into your experience. The nature of the soul will come into your experience. Right now you know in theory, then you will know in realization. And they all tell us that you will ultimately know and see the absolute truth. The Bible said, "Blessed are those who are pure at heart, for they shall see God." The Bhagavad Gita states, "Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tatvatah tato mam tatvato gyatva vishate tadanantaram." He says, Arjun, by exclusive, unalloyed, pure devotion, you will be able to see God standing before you, and you shall enter into his being. So, if when we believe in this, accept this field of spirituality, we don't forsake the scientific process. We follow the same hypothesis, experimentation, verification, proof, and theorem. In fact, the Vedas say that there is absolutely no need to contradict or to have any acrimony between science and spirituality. They are both bona fide, genuine branches of human knowledge. The Mundaka Upanishad states, Dve vidye veditavye parachaiva paracha tatra para rigvedo yajurvedah samaveda atharvangiras itihas puranah shiksha kalpo vyakranam niruktam chando jyotishamiti parayaya tadaksharam adhigamyate. It states that there are two branches of knowledge, basically classified. One is material knowledge, or avidya. One is spiritual knowledge, or vidya. Both these branches of knowledge are necessary in life, and you will need to cultivate both these to reach your goal. Material knowledge is necessary to understand external nature, to harness its forces, to meet the needs of your body, and provide your body with the necessities to go on in your journey for life, to give your body the proteins, the vitamins, the carbohydrates, the minerals that it needs. For this purpose, you will need material science. And spiritual science has its own place. Spiritual science is necessary for the purification of your inner self, the mind, the intellect, and for the manifestation of the inherent divinity within you. If a spiritual practitioner says material science is useless, you are the soul, not the body, forget about all these material pursuits, just be situated in yourself, well, that is an incomplete viewpoint. Because even to practice spirituality, we need to take care of this body. If the body is not functioning properly, we cannot even sit and hear and talk about spirituality. There's a beautiful story related to the Buddha. This is before his enlightenment. He was sitting in the city of Gaya, in the state of Bihar, under a tree, giving up eating and drinking, sitting in meditation. Many days went by, and he experienced weakness, which was natural because he had stopped eating and drinking. So his head became dizzy and started spinning. All his meditation finished. Some village women were passing by to fill water in their earthen pots. They were singing a song. The lines of the song were, "Tighten the strings of the tanpura." The tanpura is an Indian musical instrument. The strings are tightened to create proper sound. So they were singing, "Tighten the strings of the tanpura, but don't tighten them so much that the strings break." Now these words fell into the ears of the Buddha. He was amazed. He said, "These illiterate village women are singing words of such amazing wisdom. Perform austerities, tighten the body, but not to the extent that the body is destroyed. Shariramadhyam khalu dharma sadhanam." In your journey through life, This body is your vehicle. And just like you take time out to maintain your car, you do need to take time out and make the maintenance of your body a priority, in accordance with the age-old saying, health is wealth. So, material science has its relevance in taking care of this gross body. However, if a materialist decries spirituality as a waste of time and mumbo jumbo, that these spiritualists come and try and indoctrinate within us, that has no logical basis or practical relevance, that is also an incomplete viewpoint. Without taking resource to spirituality, how will we develop those divine virtues and qualities that all of us have the natural urge to acquire? Material science doesn't have the answer to this. Study all the branches of material science taught in all the great universities of the world. Find out, is there a subject teaching the student how to purify the mind and the intellect through material science? Again, I quote Einstein. He said, science has succeeded in denaturing the plutonium atom. But science cannot denature the evil in man's hearts. Science does not possess any technology to destroy evil propensities. So there is no need to contradict science and spirituality. Spirituality is that body of knowledge that is giving us these tools and technology which helps us purify our mind and intellect to lead a pure, successful, noble, and divine life. So, based on this perspective, both these branches of knowledge have a relevance to us in our life and in our journey to the goal. We need material science to take care of the body and spiritual science to nourish the body, the mind and intellect, and ultimately the soul. So this is how we can converge both these branches of human knowledge, which is science and spirituality. Thank you all.